We'll get started. We have 4 out of 5 commissioners in attendance. We'll start off this morning's meeting with a presentation on the fiscal year 2027 proposed budget. Melissa, you want to take it from here?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This meeting today, we're on the third of 4 workshops, and at the first one we had some of our larger departments that were presented. At this workshop we have got a few of our smaller departments, and you'll notice that there are some departments that have not been included on this, and the one that I'm going to use for an example is GIS. Their information is online. They have a few employees. Their largest expense in operating is their software, and so we did not, if they were pretty self-explanatory or really small, we did not include them in these discussions. So I do want to say, if we've missed any department that you would like to see presented, please let us know and we'll make sure to add it to that next budget workshop. In addition to those departments we have on here, we were just going to go ahead and cover some of the self-sustaining funds that we have. These are items that you may or may not see very often, so just kind of to let you know that they are out there and what they are if you don't have all the details. So I'll just go ahead and turn it over to Devin.
Our first request for today's discussion is North Walton Mosquito Control. The 2027 budget for North Walton Mosquito Control is $1.4 million. You'll see the primary driver in the increase over last year is the indirect admin allocation. Last fiscal year it was $117,000. This fiscal year is $264,000. These are services provided to the department from the general fund. The request also includes 1 vehicle and 2 spray units. The proposed millage for the mosquito control district is 0.441 mills. If the property tax amendment is passed, mosquito control property tax revenue in fiscal year 28 will decrease approximately $220,000, and in fiscal year 29 it will decrease approximately $100,000. Are there any specific questions? They had no personnel increase.
Okay, so the indirect admin allocation, and you mentioned that. What brought that up so much?
So every year we have a cost allocation study that's done, and it looks at the general services that are provided to the department, administration, legal, OMB, the clerk's office, and then it portions those expenses out to the special tax funds. And every year when it's redone, they recapture, and so they had an increase in services that were provided to them over the last fiscal year.
Okay, and then the fuel from 000 all across to 45,000 is
Yeah,
based
so
on?
we had an accounting change in the last fiscal year. The clerk's office typically expensed all fuel to the operating service line, so you'll see that in every budget across the county. We've broken that off for better tracking. So every department in this fiscal year has a fuel line now.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions on mosquito control? All right, let's do section 8.
Okay, section 8, their budget request is $3.1 million, which is flat compared to last year. There's nothing substantial to note here. There's no increase in staffing. There's no increase in capital equipment.
Any questions on section 8? All right.
Our next
OMB.
budget is OMB. Our office is requesting $1.1 million. This is a decrease from last year. One of the largest decreases is due to the contractual services that we decided not to continue with OpenGov. In addition, we had a one-time expense for office repairs and remodeling last fiscal year that we don't have this year.
You want to take a bow?
Good work. What are you going from and to?
Last fiscal year, we were 1.5, and we're going to 1.1, rounded up.
County admin?
County admin for 27 is $2.3 million. The request includes funding for 1 replacement vehicle and reflects the transfer of an administrative assistant position to the Veteran Service Department.
So they'll have 3 in there?
Yes.
Okay,
In
good.
Veteran Services. And as Melissa mentioned, they're a department that we haven't put on there, so if you'd like to look at theirs, we can add it.
The VA?
One of the items that I had was not to purchase a admin vehicle. You guys got on my sheet, correct?
We did, and that's something we can work out or
We can discuss it
now.
the next meeting. but,
Okay.
It's fine.
And I did hear from Mary, the replacement vehicle is for a 2016 that has been transferred, and HR, it looks like, is using it.
So we're replacing a 10-year-old vehicle. Sounds good to me.
Me too.
All right.
All right, our next department is emergency management. Their budget for 2027 is $912,000. The request includes the half FTE for a technology coordinator position, increases in operating expenses. Some of these are for additional funding for the weather station subscription. The state was funding that, and now the county's picking up the piece, and then higher communication expenses. The request also includes a UTV and the purchase of a portable radio.
Questions on emergency management?
I went over it with them yesterday. I'm good with that.
All right, we'll move to the funds now. So for the self-insurance fund, this is an internal service fund that accounts for the county's self-funded employee health insurance program. I'm sorry, you won't have any paper printed out for that.
Okay.
The fund is supported through contributions from the county and is used to pay for employee medical and prescription claims. For 2027, the fund is budgeted at $23.5 million. This provides health insurance coverage for the Board of County Commissioners, Sheriff's Office, and the other constitutional officers. I do want to also say that the 2027 budget reflects the funding strategy as recommended by the county's consultant. The approved funding level includes a 5% increase with a projected maintained approximately 74 days of claim reserves. The state recommended is 60, so we're at 74 with this option.
And one thing that we did want to bring to the board is we've been looking at any vacancies we've had through the years from turnover, and I believe we could have about $750,000 that could be transferred to the self-insurance fund out of those remaining personnel funds if the board is amenable. That helps to shore up that fund and keep the reserve where it needs to be and kind of defray future expenses. If the board would be amenable to that, we'll be happy to put the numbers together and bring them to you. That would be a budget amendment in the current year.
I don't have a problem with it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And I do want to add that coming up in the next month or so, you're going to see a budget amendment for the fiscal year 27 expenses. You won't see the self-insurance fund very often. It's not included in the net budget because it's a duplication of expenses. You've got them budgeted in every department, and then it transfers and you have that expense budgeted again in a self-insurance fund. So this is our first year that it's been set up, so it was not in the original budget for last year. So we were just waiting until we have a good total for the end of the year because it accounts for COBRA, employee insurances, retiree payments, it's everything. So we wanted to kind of do everything in one swoop and true it up.
Have we been operating under the self-insurance model long enough to recognize any actualized gains from when we were under the managed structure?
That's going to be a better question for the consultant, just because we had that lag. You have that lag from when we're fully funded, you have a claims lag. And so for the first 3 months of this fiscal year, we were really not showing claims. So it's almost like this year looks really, really good. He could probably give a better answer than I could just because you have that 3-month gap.
Gotcha.
But I'll be happy to reach out to him because it is time to take a look at it and see what results we're getting from this.
Okay.
One of the things that they had mentioned at the last committee meeting that we had was that they were seeing plan increases 6 to 9%, and so we were at 5%. So if we would have been fully funded, we could have possibly seen a higher percentage increase in the insurance cost.
So it's good to me.
All right.
All right, our next fund is the sidewalk fund. This fund accounts for assessments and charges to developers in lieu of constructing sidewalks. For 2027, we have it budgeted at $300,000. There's no planned projects for that, so as the board sees fit, we'll utilize those funds in the next coming year.
Okay.
Recreation?
Recreation plat fee fund accounts for assessments and charges to developers to provide recreational facilities within the county. The budgeted expenses support the construction and maintenance of parks and community centers. For 2027, we have $600,000 budgeted. Any questions?
1,500 of that's at District 2.
That's what your projections are for all 5 districts?
For the revenue, yes, sir.
You're a little better than I am, but not much.
Preservation?
Preservation fund. This fund accounts for fees paid in lieu of reserving land. There's no expenditures budgeted for 2027. However, the fund balance is available to support eligible projects as the county sees fit. So you won't see anything in that because there's no funding for it in 27 budget. We just wanted to mention it though.
And because that's one of the hardest ones to budget, because one year you'll have absolutely nothing, the next year you may have $20,000, and the next year it may be $1 million. It's just, we will amend it in as funding's received.
MSBU?
And our last fund is the MSBU fund. This accounts for special assessments collected from property owners within designated districts. The Doggett Canal MSBU is budgeted for 2027 at $443,000 to support canal maintenance and related improvements within that district.
That didn't change at all from last year?
It didn't change. They have not been spending any of that money because they are saving it for a dredging project, and the cost of those has gone up. It's the intent of the association to come to the board next year and see about raising that assessment so they'll be able to actually get the money to fund the project.
Okay.
This is all online, right? Because I
It
didn't
is.
I didn't get a preservation sheet.
I didn't
So
either.
You didn't either?
There's
No,
not
no.
one
Oh,
because
there
there's
is
no,
not one.
there's no
Okay.
revenues and expenses budget. We'll amend them in.
It changes.
Is that the only MSBU we have? Is the
We're
Doggett
down
Canal?
to just that one.
How many residents live within that jurisdiction?
I think when I looked, it was 283 this morning. I don't believe that all of them pay that fee since they don't have a boat slip though.
Okay. All right, any other?
What's the cost of their project they want to do?
I don't remember if they said, but it's gone up, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So they need raised revenue.
They wanted to this year, but it's such a long process, they missed the deadline, so that's why I say they're most likely coming next year.
Any additional questions for Stephen, for Devin or Melissa?
No.
General public?
So,
At the next meeting, we will have the nonprofits for you, and we will go back over the capital improvements plan, and we'll go ahead and get some information out on the nonprofits to all of you, so you'll have time to review it.
that'd be great. Thank you.
All right, nobody else has any final comments? Seeing none?
Just
Committee.
appreciate the fact that Devin and Melissa are working so hard. This is their busy time of year, so thank you.
Very
Thank you for
Thank
presenting
you.
it in such a
Appreciate
clear
it.
fashion.
No other further business. Commissioner Johns moves we rise. Show that done without objection. We are adjourned.